fellow Cowboys fans, I'm Marcus Aurelius Maximus. This is a public service announcement about the Eagles and Cowboys history. I advise you to join me after the break so we can talk more about this game this Sunday.
And now it's time to know your Eagles-Cowboys rivalry history. On September 15th, 1997, all Chris Boniol had to do was kick a field goal. Instead, Tommy Dutton couldn't get the snap down, and he let the Cowboys win the game 21-20. You guys really suck! Fear the terrible night of November 8th, 2009, when there will be a weeping and gnashing of teeth. Your final warning. A public service of the CNS and Cowboys Imperial report.
I love that. I love it. Oh, I love that. Oh, but the Eagles fans, they say 40-46, 40-46, 40-46, as if that game's going to help them coming into this one, you know. So, and you have to hear it if you're a Cowboys fan, whether it be at a chat board, whether it be here on YouTube, whether it be at the office pool, wherever you go, you got to get 40-46. So next time you hear 40-46 from one of these lousy Eagles fans, say these right back at them. These are scores of the Cowboys beating the Eagles, taking them, not only going out and taking a shotgun to their head and blowing their head off, and then taking them into the meatpacking plant, but taking them into the meatpacking plant, grinding them down, and then putting them into a hamburger package, and then taking that and putting it at the butcher shop. That's what these scores indicate. So remember some of these scores and say it right into their dirty faces next time they say 44-6 to you. Say 41-19. Say 56-7. Say 45-13. Say 38-7. Say 49-14. Say 42-7. Say 37-7. Say 34-0 on Monday Night Football in Veterans Stadium. Say that to them. And lastly, say 38-17 back in 2007 up in the stink. And you know it would have been 38-7 had Terrence Newman picked that ball off instead of, you know, and then we let the Eagles score one lousy, meaningless touchdown. You know it would have been 38-10. But you want to talk about some of the scores over the years? Now, how have these scores helped the Dallas Cowboys in the upcoming games with the Philadelphia Eagles? Answer, not at all. How do you think 40-46 is going to help you in the upcoming game this Sunday? It's not going to help you at all, Eagles fans. That is in the past, and you know it. But we'll talk more about how that's in the past, because that'll be something to inspire my fellow Cowboys fans with after I get done telling you, you know, talking to the Eagles fans. Let's pause for a moment. Let's sit back, take a deep breath, that kind of thing. Let's realize what we're doing. Let's think about this. Guy in college, slick back hair, in a one-bedroom house, sport coat. What is this? This is nothing. This is humanity. We're getting excited over oversized grown men chasing each other over a leather object, a leather oblong object. This is insanity. We should be focusing on the eternal questions instead. So, at this point, I would like to end the hate, what I've been doing over for the week. I'm not going to say another disparaging word about the Philadelphia Eagles anymore, in this video. You might catch me, in the comments or something saying, oh, you want to bet, that kind of thing. But I mean actively promoting the hatred of the Philadelphia Eagles and their fans. I'm going to discontinue that right now. Now, why would I do this, you ask? Well, because I do see the people behind the polemicists, in essence, all right? And I don't want it to, go too far. I want to say, all right, I recognize I'm just promoting the game. That's all. Let me tell you a story. When I had cancer, there was a guy who was a priest that prayed for me. He was, one of the leaders in the Catholic youth group I used to go to. And when I got sick with cancer, they sent me a video, and at the end of that video was him praying for me. All right, I didn't know he was an Eagles fan, and later when I found out he was an Eagles fan, big deal. So some of this Eagles fan stuff, somebody's an Eagles fan, big deal. if they prove that they're not classless, they're not classless. End the story. All right? You see how that works out? So, you know, so I just want to discontinue some of that talk right now and go ahead and focus on the Cowboys going up there into Philadelphia and getting their manhood back. I know DC Fanatic talked to, you know, to Michael Irvin. Don't get him as a promo. I mean, he gets enough of it already. No disrespect to what he does, but, you know, there are other people that need a promotion. Like this guy right here. Watch his videos, why don't you? And rate them. And so, the Cowboys need to go get their manhood back. That's what needs to happen this Sunday. They need to go up there not concerned with the score. Obviously, we want to win, but this game has gone far beyond wins and losses. And that is sad because it should be about wins and losses. Instead, it's about getting their manhood back, which they have held cheaply. Now, I think they have a good chance of getting their manhood back. And if they play like men, with the way they've been playing, they should win the game. But that's beside the point. What I was talking about earlier, the chief components in that 44-6 loss are no longer with the team. I know you say Romo and Barber or whatever. Well, if you actually analyze the game, you come to recognize that Pac-Man Jones didn't cover well. He got the 15-yard personal foul penalty on a kickoff or something. He also fumbled a kickoff that was very vital at that time. Fumbled it, they go out, they kick 3 points. So then it's 23 to what, 3 at halftime? That's almost like insurmountable to come back from. Then Tank Johnson, if you look at Tank Johnson's play, his interior line play on some of the goal line stands, he was getting pushed back like Jethro Pugh in the Ice Bowl footage of, you know, Bart Starr sneaking in. It was pathetic. The play, and some will say Terrell Owens. Terrell Owens actually played really well, considering the circumstances. He was one who showed his manhood as well. Those who were struggling, just fighting, clawing, not accepting this reality that we're going to choke, we're going to lose in the most monumental fashion, like stepchildren. Like orphan stepchildren up here in Philadelphia. They played their hearts out. They played their guts out. You want to tell me Tony Romo was a quitter and a choker and everything? You want to bring up those comments? I know Cowboys fans that have drunk the... You know, you tell me and people like me that want to look at the Cowboys in a realistic light, not in a hateful light, because some guy with a mustache told you to do so. You tell people like me we drink Kool-Aid. You know what? You people drink absinthe. And the thujone of those comments has warped your brain to where you don't even know that you're hating the Cowboys. But that's who you are, and I don't care who you are. I care about those 53 men on Sunday. That's who I care about. So that's what you've got going on. Those players were fighting their guts out, Tony Romo included. Those who are fighting their guts out, they're going to be out there this Sunday. They're going to have a supporting cast, not full of a bunch of quitters, not full of bums, not full of people who would give up and don't even get on the field anymore with another team after the offseason. I'm talking about guys like Keith Brooking. I'm talking about guys like Gerald Sensabaugh. I'm talking about guys like Igor Olshansky. The Keith Brooking especially. I don't think he's going to let any of that garbage go on. We're going to go up there and we're going to play like men. And if we do not, then let us remember what happened when the Dallas Cowboys played on October the 5th, 1992, on Monday Night Football in Week 5, up in the old torn-down Veterans Stadium. They lost to the Philadelphia Eagles 31-7, the triplets. It can happen. Should this happen, it's not the end of the season, folks. But may the Almighty use His influences to ensure that it does not. And that's it. That's all I have for you. God save the Cowboys. We demand a victory. It would be nice. But we pray that these Dallas Cowboys play like men. God save the Cowboys.